There's plenty of blame to go around as the Raiders lose 23-29 in overtime, starting off their season 0-2. What's worse about this beyond the overtime is that the loss came in typical Raiders fashion, down to one gut-wrenching play, man. And this has kind of been our history. Through the first half, we scored 20 straight points, and by the third quarter, our coaching staff couldn't figure out how to stop this team from scoring. And I'm saying it right now. Josh McDaniels is on the clock right now. Josh McDaniels is a guy who was a mediocre head coach and a very good coordinator, and a lot of that has been kind of overstated because he coached under the greatest coach of all times. Now, if you look, Josh McDaniels says that he's matured and he's learned, but I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't understand why on 2nd and 10, 2 yards of field goal range position, you throw to Hunter Renfrow behind the line of scrimmage. And then also, some of the personnel moves that have been made, like bringing Chandler Jones, are all to remove the obstacles in front of Derek Carr. Now, I'm not totally blaming Derek Carr for this loss, but hey, man, great quarterbacks don't score 3 points and a half. That just doesn't happen. And there's a part of, a Carr dysmorphia, as I call it, where we feel like we can't blame Derek Carr because, he's been such a good person, and that has nothing to do with it. Everybody shares blame in this loss, and it's okay to criticize this man. And I'm sick of everybody acting like he's the number one quarterback in football and he's Tom Brady and he's earned this level of contrition from us that we can't blame this man. People treat Derek Carr like he's some sort of deity because he is a religious man. And I think Derek Carr's a hell of a guy. But when it comes to playing quarterback for the Raiders, man, some of you have gone completely off the rails, as you can see right here in this Reddit post. Some of you think that being a Raider fan and being a Derek Carr fan is mutually exclusive. I'm a fan of the Raiders, and I want us to win. I've traveled all around this country. And listen, I know that this organization has not been the greatest over the last 20 years, but he's been here for half of it. Now, listen, before he got here, there was a myriad of quarterbacks, and I think that's a piece of why everybody loves Derek Carr so much. But you know what? He's on the clock at this point for me, and so is Josh McDaniels, because let's be honest, getting outscored 29-3.5 is more than just bad coaching. Now, listen, we have gone all around the country. We spent money on this team, and we deserve better as a fan base, and I'm not scared to say that. Like the great Tim Brown just said, no one could be good at everything, but everyone could be good at something. And at this point, we have to look deeper into what's really going on with this organization as a whole, because we should expect better from Derek Carr that's playing against the Arizona Cardinals team who gave up 360 yards and 5 touchdowns in the air to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's getting to the point where you have to wonder whether Derek Carr has regressed as a player, or is Josh McDaniels not a good fit, or if this goes back to something that's a little deeper in his psyche. Some people have called Derek Carr soft. Some people have doubted him. I won't do that. But what I will say is that while Carr isn't an elite QB, he has clear imperfections. He has been far better than what we've seen here. And we have to wonder, is it time for Josh McDaniels, because he's a new head coach, to get the quarterback that he feels like can get it done? Now, Kyler Murray is a high draft pick. He's a number 1 pick, and he got it done. He played well yesterday. But that guy shouldn't have come back on us like this. This is a catastrophic failure on both parts, and everybody needs blame in this, especially Josh McDaniels. Now, Josh McDaniels and Derek Carr need to have a come to Jesus moment this weekend, because I can't sit up here and tell you that I'm willing to stand for this anymore. None of us are. Now, Hunter Renfrow might have been put in a bad situation, but his fumbles led to the loss. And it goes to show you how beloved Hunter Renfrow is, because nobody's even blaming him for this loss at all. But what I must say is that last year, Hunter Renfrow had 5 fumbles, and 4 of them were recovered last year, and we just didn't notice. And now the ball's coming out, and it doesn't always bounce your way. And what they need to do is put Hunter Renfrow in situations that are more advantageous to him. He got hurt. People are blaming it on that. And, I hope that he's okay. But really, we can't get away from what's real here. Everything has changed in this organization. We've rebranded. We've redrafted. Derek Carr has had pretty good numbers, but they're not elite numbers. You know what I mean? And he's been very, very good and solid for us in certain ways. But the up and down play is something that we cannot continue to go forward with. I don't want to come here and be 9-8, man. I feel like anything less than, us going to the playoffs and winning a game is an abject failure. I mean, Derek Carr is the highest paid player in this team by far. And, we've had coaches leave. We've had whole regimes leave. We've had 2 GMs fired. And the one constant is Derek. Now, you have some people who said that Davante Adams coming here was a mistake. And it's looking to be like maybe this is right. And I hate to say that. But Davante Adams did not come here to lose, man. He came here to win. Davante Adams wants to win a Super Bowl for his childhood team. And this is a guy who's put a lot of faith and trust in Carr and his organization. And I know it's 2 weeks in, but teams that go 0-2 do not make the playoffs. It's 11% the teams that have gone 0-2 make the playoffs. And we have Darren Waller. We have all-pro players. And at this point in Derek's career, we got to start looking at the fact that maybe he is what he is. I mean, look, he's had 130 starts, and he's only won 57 games, man. And there are guys that are below him who have had just as much or if not less than him that have got it done a lot better. And this is really, I feel like, on him more than anyone because he's been here for 10 years. Listen, the Raider equinox can still be upon us, man, but we got to clean it up and get this dub in Tennessee. Listen, guys, Derek, Josh McDaniels, everybody on this team need to do some soul searching because I can't take it anymore. If y'all like what y'all hear, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. We on a race to 10,000, man. And, y'all tap in with me at 6:30 tonight, man. We going live. Peace.